Hey guys, Gemma from ASD Rocks. Why is that light on? There's no door open. Oh my god, my light's been on all night, clearly. Well done, Gemma. You cannot make this up. Finn, it's the last day of school. First day of school holidays is tomorrow, technically. And Finn is home, sick as a dog, like croup, coughing, blocked nose, like sick as I was. I've been now well, so I was sick for 3 months in total. I went to the doctor last week and I said, I'm done. If you cannot make me better, pull the curtains and put me out of my misery. I can't do this anymore. I can't be sick like this in bed for this long anymore. And she diagnosed me that what had happened was that because I had the flu when I caught COVID, my body immediately turned to fight COVID because it was a far greater threat, and never actually got over the flu. So the flu, being a virus, then sat in my system once COVID was over, kept continuing to try to fight back, and turned bacterial and into bronchitis. Awesome. The awesome thing is that having a diagnosis, I was able to get on, she basically pepper sprayed me with a mass dose of antibiotics and steroids to just completely bomb the crap out of my body. It was like a 3-day assault on my immune system, or at least an assault alongside my immune system. So I have now been well, truly well. Everything's coming out now, but I've been well for a total of, I think, about 4 or 5 days. And last night Finn started coughing and blowing his nose all night, and he's at home. He's already got the red things. Now this is the child, this is the mushroom bomb of a child that set off my the entire assault in the first place. So I am actually terrified of this child. It is the first day of school holidays tomorrow. He's missing the last day of school. I literally, I'm putting him in quarantine. I had to pass him like a cough syrup and an anti just a clearing. My brain's a bit fuzzy. There's a word for it. I was going to say anticoagulant, but that's not at all the word I'm looking for. Anyway, a cough syrup, and just to clear his nose and unblock all of everything that's blocked. And I actually went to sanitize my hands after touching it, because he was so weak, he couldn't open the childproof cap. And when I grabbed the bottle off him, it was wet. And I said, why is the bottle wet? And he's like, I don't know, the bottle was just wet. His hands were that sweaty. He's so sick. So I sanitized after I touched him. I'm on my way to an appointment right now, and I'll be back to look after him. But you just cannot make this up. Like, the world works in amazing ways. And I have what's incubation period? It's like 3 days incubation period. So tune back in 3 days, and if I am back, I've only been out of bed for a total of like 4 days. I don't want to get sick, and I've only just blasted my system, which means it's not fully recovered. If Bo gets sick during the holidays, then I can't have the aids, which means he'll be doing the stim running, which means that his feet we've just started fixing his feet again. He will break all the skin from his toes to the balls of his feet. He will get more of those, I can't remember what they were called, Herbert lumps on the back of his, it's just, honestly, 100% illness in a house with autism is to be feared. And for those of you who are watching this, that have family who have people with autism in it, you will notice a lot of the time, people tend to invite family over and they're like, hey, come over, we'll have dinners, we'll do family dinners. People with kids that have kids with autism often don't turn up to those sorts of things. Sometimes it's because you're simply not catering for their child's needs, or because, not that you don't mean to, but if you don't live it, you don't understand it. And often family gatherings are one of the most difficult events that a person can bring their child to. But if they know there is a sniff of illness, like, most people just bring their kids anyway. Used to really piss me off. It used to really piss me off. I'd turn up to a family thing and then, like, we're sitting at dinner and, my sister would just casually drop that, oh, one of the other children who didn't come is at home dying from, some, normal children's illness. I don't know, such and such has pneumonia because he had really bad bronchitis, or such and such has tonsillitis. And it's like, this is a viral disease that can easily be spread. The impact, if your child with autism gets sick, the impact it has on that child is far, far beyond a standard illness for a typical child. The cognitive behavior of an autistic person who gets unwell and ill is a pattern of regression, and that regression can lead to full withdrawal, or greater difficulties processing, or a regression of basic motor skills, where one previously who was using cutlery or had harnessed a skill, or language was coming through, all of those things will reduce. So illness is something that we avoid like the plague. And if we do know that someone's been unwell, we will refuse any invitations anywhere, because the impact is just far, far beyond what you can understand. So this weekend is the weekend that we are supposed to be moving Finn into his own room. Well, his own room. We're supposed to be converting my study. My God, even the thought of it is just, honestly, the thought of it, the printer, all of my files, everything that I have to go through it all, find a place to put it all. I just, shredder, computer. I can dismantle the desk and put that in the garage, but where I'm going to reset, honestly, I have no idea. But I do know that Finn needs his space. He's 14 and he's starting to act 14, and it's scaring the crap out of me. I'll talk to you guys about that soon, let you know what's going on, because there's been some big changes happening behind the scenes. We've been getting into some fights, some real fights that, have not been before, because he's a teenager, just because he's doing exactly what he's meant to be doing. And I haven't had to deal with a typical teenager. I haven't had anyone sort of push back and establish their boundaries, or try and, you know, push back and not do what they're told and immediately. It's just been, it's a new path for me. And according to my therapist, Finn's doing it late. Most kids start at around 11, 12. And this computer he wants is part of an issue that I'm trying to explain to him that. Anyway, well, I'll do a whole little vlog on it. The difficulties of raising a regular teen alongside an autistic teen that's much older and not going through the same sorts of emotional changes. It's a really confusing time, but I am terrified. I'm terrified of the holidays. I'm terrified of my son. I don't just wear rubber gloves and hand him food through a pigeonhole. It's just, I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyway, today ASD is more like this kind of rocking. So ASD rocks, guys, and I think you're going to find me in a corner just like this. Fingers crossed that Finn just gets better and doesn't pass this on to anyone in the family, because I don't think I could handle 3 weeks of holidays with no aids, no help from bed.